Hi everyone, good evening. This is your host for the day today. This is Ark. Can you hear my voice? Can you see the screen? You can just write on the question and answer window. Yes. Okay, I got a reply from Venkatesh that he can hear me. Can you see the screen, Venkatesh? Can you see the screen? Can you please confirm? Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. So, thanks a lot, guys, for confirming that you can see my screen and so I can see a lot of people online, and we are just 2 minutes ahead of our schedule. So I just wanted to confirm whether everything is well and good for you. Uh, the you can see the screen and you can hear my voice. So we are just on time. And again, I would welcome everybody to this webinar. I can see a lot of attendees here. So I can see Maheshwar, Amit, Anand, Ankit, Deem, Gaurav, Yogesh, Vishwesh, Venkatesh, Spardha, Siddhant, Sheetal. I can see a lot of attendees who are online, and Pragya, Pragati, Ankit. So welcome everybody. Good evening again. And my name is Ark Mishra, and today I am the host for this webinar. So we'll be talking about a lot of things about analytics and all. Meanwhile, a lot of other attendees are joining, like Rishikesh, Mugdha, everybody. Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Gaurav. So we will start with my introduction first. We will start with my introduction, and then generally how I take a webinar where I first introduce myself formally, and then I take a small introduction of everybody who is the audience. But I mean, the time bound does not allow me to take or interact with everybody in terms of your introduction. But again, let's bound to the rules, and I will again welcome everybody here. And let me start with my introduction first. So my name is Ark Mishra, and as per education, I have completed my bachelor's of technology, that is BTech, from Indian Institute of Information Technology. And then again, I am MTech, Masters in Technology, from the same institute, Indian Institute of Information Technology. And after that, you can say that I'm born and brought up into data science, analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. So I started my career with, I was a campus hire for US based consulting agency where I was working on big data, SQL, and Excel. After that, I made some switches and I entered risk analytics. So in risk analytics, again, I started working with a US based insurance company, which was mainly dealing with home and auto insurance. And after that, again, my journey was again into banking and insurance um, industry. Where, so if I talk about the clients and organization with which I have worked, so I have worked with Mu Sigma, EXL, Microsoft, the Hartford, City, American Express, TCS. So all these organizations and clients I have worked with. So I have a vast experience on analytics, machine learning, deep learning, data science, especially into risk analytics and other domains as well. So variety of domains I have worked on, and variety of tools and techniques like SAS, R, Python, machine learning, data science, and artificial intelligence, deep learning I have worked on. So this is all about my corporate experience. So right now I'm working as a project manager with TCS. So and where I lead a team of few people, and I deliver projects on credit risk analytics, where I basically work on machine learning and data science and deep learning projects. I'm also involved into direct and indirect hiring for TCS. I mean, fresher hiring and experienced people hiring. So all these kinds of experience I have. Apart from that, I am involved into teaching and training since last 12, 13 years. Uh, so where I teach mainly uh, business analytics, data science, R, Python, machine learning, and data and deep learning. I'm associated with EduPristine since last couple of years, and where I teach mainly predictive business analytics into R. So this is all about me, guys. Uh, and again, I can see that meanwhile, we have a lot of other participants who had joined. So I can see Pintu, Purvi, Rajeshwari, Ritika. Hi, good evening, everybody. Sabyasachi, Sanjay, Spardha, Siddhant, Venkatesh, Vishwesh, Yogesh. So good morning, good evening, everybody, and welcome again. So I was just giving my introduction here. Sunil, welcome, Sunil. Sudeep, Sheetal, Purvi, everybody, good evening and welcome to this session. So let's now start with the session content today. So guys, today the content is about data science and analytics. So why everybody is talking about data science, why everybody is talking about analytics, and we have so much boom into this particular field, and everybody is talking about data science, everybody is talking about data, everybody is talking about uh, business analytics, business data science and all. And not only talking about, but they want to enter this domain, they want to work with this domain, and they want to grow. Now if I talk about the opportunity of learning, it's great. If I also talk about the opportunity of earning money, that is also even great. So it's all about data, and everything is related to data. Now uh, if I ask you one question, that why this much particular hype has come to data science, why since last 8 to 10 years everybody is talking about data science. So if we consider the scenario since 2000, maybe 2010 or 2008, there is a great boom into analytics domain. But what was the problem before that? Why we were not talking about analytics and data science? Why everybody was talking about something else like software development and any other domain? So why we were not talking about analytics? Why analytics was not popular? Why analytics was not there? And what had changed actually? Because you are here to attend this webinar and I'm here to tell you about data science. What had changed? What do you think? Can anybody answer this question? That what had changed since last 8 to 10 years that everybody is talking about data science? What actually has changed? Can I expect an answer? So if you have any answer, you can just write on the question and answer. So let me answer you for this thing. So guys, there is one thing which has changed everything, and that is the amount of data which is available with us. So if you remember, and so 10 years ago or maybe 10 to 15 years ago, there was very less people across the world who were using mobile phones. Now earlier at 8 to 10 years ago or maybe 10 15 years ago, what happened, because I remember my childhood, and there were basic phones and there was no smartphone, and even people does not have basic phones, all the people does not have the basic phones in your houses, and on 2 to 3 houses there will be just in one colony there will be one or maybe at max 2 to 3 basic phones. No mobile phones, no internet, no laptop, nothing. But right now, when the information revolution arrived 10 15 years ago, now you are connected to internet. You have at least today, at least everybody is having at least one smartphone and 2 SIM cards with them. So now if you consider your TV is a smart television and it is connected to the internet, your mobile phone is a smartphone, and that is again connected to the internet. Your washing machine is a smart washing machine and it is connected to maybe your Wi-Fi and then a particular application, your app, to a mobile where you can control your washing machine through your mobile app. You can control your AC through a mobile app. You can control any particular electronic gadget in your house with a mobile app. That means it is connected to the internet. So what I mean to say is your mobile, not only your mobile, but your laptop, your washing machine, your fridge, your AC, everything is connected to the internet. And whatever you use, whatever you do with the internet, that actually you are producing some data. And not only your your home has become almost a smart home, right? In US or in many developed countries, the concept of a smart home has already come. And not only in US, but if you come to the big or any Bangalore like cities, the apartments which are already Alexa enabled, and you can control all the gadgets with the help of Alexa. What I mean to say, guys, is each second when you do something on the internet, if you use WhatsApp, you produce data. If you use Facebook, you produce data. If you control your washing machine through a mobile app, you produce data, right? So everybody in today's era, be it a person who is a software developer, or be it a person who is working into a accounts department, or be it a person who is driving an auto rickshaw, driver or Ola driver, everybody is producing some kind of data. And that data is actually had changed everything. That data had changed everything. And today we have so much, the volume of data which is basically available right now is very high. So even I can see some answers. So Vishwesh has answered that the amount of data is getting generated. Correct, Vishwesh, you are absolutely right. Siddhant says explosion of data around us. Again, you are also right. Spardha also says that the data increasing on daily basis, and a lot of people has answered this correctly. And yes, you are right that amount of data which is being produced on daily basis has actually changed the scenario, guys. And because the amount of data has increased, uh, everybody wants to use this information. Everybody wants to use this uh, increased amount of data to predict future. Let me give you an example. So a few days ago, before the lockdown happened and before this corona situation, few months ago, I was searching for a Delhi to Jaipur bus. I was not very sure that I should go for a Jaipur for a visit. So, but still, I just searched like a Delhi to Jaipur bus. And after that, I closed my Google Chrome browser and I was busy with my daily job. Next day, when I opened the Google Chrome browser, even if I was not searching for Delhi Jaipur bus, but there were advertisements popping up from the Google Chrome suggesting me that okay, Delhi to Jaipur bus, the fares has gone down. Okay, book Delhi to Jaipur bus in just 800 rupees or 900 rupees. Then again, it started popping up and again. So until unless even I was not planning to go there, but they started popping up and they basically influenced me, and they almost forced me to buy a ticket from Delhi to Jaipur. Then I bought a ticket from Delhi to Jaipur. Again, as soon as I bought the ticket, next day, some advertisements again started popping up, and that was like hotels in Jaipur. And after that, some packages, some restaurants, some hotels, everything started popping up. So what I want to say, guys, is in today's scenario where you are connected to internet, you are being watched, everything what you do on internet. So because the Google or the Google Chrome or the web browser captures everything what you do, and on the basis of your searches, they try to analyze what is your exact requirement, and exactly according to your requirement, there will be advertisements, there will be search results, everything will be there. What I want to say that if you go to Google Chrome and if you write a query that Delhi to Jaipur bus, it will be captured. Then whatever results appear on the Google Chrome, it will be captured. Then on which particular web page you click there, that will be also captured. How many seconds do you spend on that particular web page, that will be also captured. From that web page to which particular web page you are redirected, that will be captured. And ultimately, if you buy a particular product, it may be a service or it may be a product, that will be also captured. And everything what you do on internet, guys, it is being captured, you are being targeted, and the marketing agency, the companies, the organizations are capturing your data, and you are being targeted according to your activity on the internet. So if I say that in today's world, the internet or maybe Google knows about you more than you. More than you know about yourself, Google knows about you. Maybe WhatsApp, whatever data you do on WhatsApp, everything is being captured. Don't just think that, in today's world, people say that privacy, we are getting data privacy or something, but I think that is a very debatable issue. And uh, privacy is again a myth in today's world. So guys, what I want to say is huge amount of data is being captured, and you are being targeted. Everybody on this planet is being targeted by capturing their specific data. So if I say that, if you are an internet user, if you are a mobile user, there is somebody, there may be Facebook, there may be WhatsApp, who knows that, okay, this guy is a male, this guy is having age between 40 to 50 years, this guy is working with American Express, this guy is married, he has 2 children, he loves to eat pizza, he is diabetic, he takes this medicine, right? Everything of you, of about you, is being captured. And especially guys, in this corona situation where people are locked down and people just do not want to come out of their houses, and they are doing everything online, like ordering groceries online, ordering medicines online, ordering their essentials online, and everything you are doing online on internet. And the time you generally spend on the internet has basically increased. That means you are producing more and more data about yourself. That means that data is being captured by a lot of different organizations. That means you are being targeted. And let me give you another example. So suppose if you open your Facebook page, so the type of advertisements you see will be completely different from the type of advertisements on your father's Facebook page, or maybe your brother's Facebook page, or maybe your small sister's, young sister's Facebook page, because those advertisements are not generic. That advertisements are not pushed on everybody's Facebook page. You will be specifically getting some advertisement. For example, if you are young, you generally do the net Facebook surfing in the night, and you will be getting some advertisements related to some bike, goggles, or maybe some travel package or something. But what your father will see uh, as an advertisement on his Facebook page, it may be an insurance policy, some LIC policy, some bank fixed deposits, some pension schemes, and it will be different for your sister. So guys, what I want to say is huge amount of data is being captured today, and you are being, everybody is being targeted. Everybody has been is a customer right now, is a consumer right now. And the internet, the data, there are organizations who know a lot about you. That is the reason, guys, you are here to know about analytics, and I'm here to tell you about data science and analytics. So this is the thing, this is the background I wanted to tell you before I go into the details. Now guys, if I talk about the analytics career and the demand about analytics professionals, so a lot of organizations, a lot of magazines are talking about it. For example, uh, LinkedIn says that fastest growing jobs today are in data science and machine learning. So this is also true, guys. So even I have a lot of friends, a lot of different people who are quite experienced into some other domain like software development, software testing, or any other domain they are working in marketing and sales, and they want to enter analytics domain because of the type of growth and the type of interesting career with analytics. IBM says that IBM predicts that the demand for data scientists will soar up by 28% by 2020. So everybody is talking about analytics. Everybody is predicting that analytics is gonna be very highly boomed in next couple of years. So if I talk about the demand of analytics into different domains, so there is no domain, business domain, where analytics is not being used currently. And the biggest use of analytics is into financial and banking domain. So what is a financial and banking domain? So financial and banking domain basically includes all the banks, all the insurance companies, all the credit card companies, all the financial organizations, everything. So 38%, like 6,695 crores of rupees is involved into financial and banking domain where analytics is being used. The second domain, for example, let me also give you some example on this. For example, if you go and if you ask for a home loan, suppose if you want a home loan from State Bank of India, and you go and you apply for a home loan to State Bank of India, so State Bank of India will basically ask a lot of things from you. They will ask your PAN card, and on the basis of PAN card, they will go to the database where, so basically there is a data. So have you heard about CIBIL? CIBIL. So CIBIL is an organization. Let me tell you, CIBIL is an organization which stores all the financial data of everybody, and that is stored against their PAN card. So if I know your PAN card, I can pull up all your details. Basically, CIBIL can pull all your stores, all your details of all your savings account, all your credit cards, all your home loans, all your products which you are banking products which you are using. So that is how State Bank will do. State Bank will basically pull out all the information about you, and it will see whether do you have any existing loan or not. It will see that, okay, how many fixed deposits you have with other banks. It will see that how many credit cards do you use. Do you pay your credit card bills on time or not? On the basis of all those information and data, they will decide that, okay, this customer is a risky customer, and or okay, this customer is a non-risky customer, and we should provide a home loan to this customer, and we should not provide a home loan to this customer. So this is just an example, guys. There are a lot and huge more places and use cases and cases where the banking and financial domain are using. Let me give you another example. So let me take an example of an insurance company. So if you go and buy insurance for your car, and if you go to ICICI Prudential and you say that, okay, I have a Honda City and I want to buy an insurance from you, okay, my car insurance. So ICICI, what ICICI will do, it will again find out some basic information about you, what type of car you have, how many cars did you have earlier, and before that, what is your driving habits, how many accidents did you make, what previous insurance did you have. Okay, so all those kind of information, all those kind of data it will gather, and on the basis of that, it will decide that, okay, this should be your premium. Now, for example, if there are two persons who go to ICICI Prudential for a car insurance with the same car, but there is one person who drives very responsibly and has no accident record, will get a lower premium, will have to pay a lower premium to the insurance company for the same insurance. But the other person who is basically having lot more accidents, rash driving records, have police cases, have lot of claims with his earlier insurance companies. So the ICICI Prudential Insurance Company will basically charge him higher premium. So this is the type of project. So this is the type of this is how basically banking and financial organization basically use your information, the customer information, to make decisions. And this is the reason we also call it decision science. We call it business analytics. We also call it decision science. We also call it data science. The second domain, which is having high use of analytics, is marketing and advertising. So guys, as I said, that every person on this planet is being targeted, is producing data, and is being targeted by the organization, by maybe whatever gadgets you are using. You are producing data and you are being captured. Whatever you do is being captured and you are being targeted. So a targeted specific targeting, if you do in very efficient manner, then marketing and advertising will become a very uh, uh, efficient job for you. For example, if I say that you have 100 people in your call center, and you have like 1 million customer which you want to acquire. So rather than calling, asking your 100 people in your call center to call everybody in 1 million customer base, you will first find some bunch of people who are more likely to buy your product, and then you won't ask your the call center people to call everybody in 1 million. Maybe you will find out only 5,000 people who are more likely to buy your product, and then you will ask your call center people to only call and make calls and try to convince, or maybe your salesperson to go and convince only those 5,000 people, because on the basis of some data which we have already analyzed, you will say that there are high chances that these 5,000 people will convert and will buy your product. So this is how marketing and advertising is using. Again, if I talk about e-commerce like Amazon, Flipkart, bigbasket.com, and in this COVID situation, e-commerce websites has become very important, they are playing a key role. And all the e-commerce companies like Amazon, Flipkart, and everybody is capturing data. They are capturing data like your age, your customer profile, your mail ID, your previous purchases, what do you want to purchase, your eating habits, your purchasing habit. They keep a record of everything, and on the basis of that, they would suggest you some products. Okay, on the basis of that, they will offer you some, give you some offers or not. So this is how data science or analytics is being used under e-commerce, and e-commerce is basically the third highest domain which is producing lot of revenues with this analytics and data science. Now the fourth is retail and CPG. So retail and CP is nothing but big bazaar and maybe more mega store or something. This kind of retail also they are using to find out what are the customer habits, what are the products which customer like, what are the products which are sold, which can be sold together, what are the products on which you should roll offer, what should be the amount of offer which you should roll. Everything you decide on the basis of data, and that is how retail and CPG use the analytics domain. Telecom domain also uses analytics a lot. For example, if suppose Airtel has 7 million customers and Vodafone is basically offering very good offers in the market, and there are a lot of customers from Airtel is leaving the telecom company and joining Vodafone. So rather than going and calling all the 7 million customers, what you can do is you can use data science tools to find out of these 7 million customers, who are the happy customers and who are the customers who are not happy with your services or maybe your charges, and then just target those people. Just go to those people, maybe call them, maybe understand what their problem is, and maybe give them some offers, maybe lower down their prices, and then you can retain your customers from leaving your company and joining Vodafone rather than staying into Airtel. Pharmaceutical and healthcare also, guys, there is a lot of data science and analytics which is involved. For example, let me give you again example with this coronavirus. So you must be hearing that there are a couple of organizations which are working on the vaccine for coronavirus, and they are going to develop a vaccine for coronavirus and so on. So it's not like they will just create a medicine or a vaccine and they will roll out into the market. First they will do some experiments on maybe some group of rats, maybe some group of monkeys, and then they start their human trials where they will give the vaccine to some humans of different age. Then they will be basically exposed to coronavirus, and then they will see that what percentage, what is the response of the human body, and then that data will be captured, the data will be analyzed, and then only government of India will allow those vaccines to be launched into the market. So all these things is, guys, data. If I talk about travel and hospitality, I have already given you the example of Delhi to Jaipur bus services. So these are the domains, guys, and on each domain I have given you the example how analytics or data science is being used. And don't think that these are the examples which only, these are the use cases where analytics is being used. Let me be frank that there are hundreds and thousands of such examples which I can give you, and there are hundreds and thousands of use cases where analytics and data science is being used into these domains. If I talk about the analytics job market, so analytics revenue over years is going to increase exponentially. So in 2015, it was almost 18,000 crores, and it is expected that by 2025, it would hit around somewhere 1,400,000 crores. So you can just imagine that how big this industry, this analytics industry is going to be, and there is going to be almost 30-40% hike in the total revenue which will be generated with this data science and analytics tool. Also, if I talk about the aspect which is very important for you, so you will ask that, okay, if there is a growth in like 144,000 crores, what will I get out of this? So basically this cannot be done without you. you will be the part of this complete growth where there are a lot of job openings which will be there. So if I talk about specific job openings into analytics, so there have been an exponential growth, and each month 1 lakh new job postings are being done into this domain. Okay, so each month there is 1 lakh new job postings. It's not like the earlier one which was posted and was not filled in the last month. It's like 1 lakh new job postings is being done. So this is how the job industry into analytics is increasing. And again, if I talk about the average package, uh, the any professional analytics professional or data science professional gets, so this is how the trend is varying. So it says that from 0 to 3 years, basically you earn 5 lakhs or something around 5 lakhs. 4 to 6 years, the average is 8 lakhs. 7 to 9 years, average is 25 lakhs. 10 to 12 years, you get on an average 18 lakhs, and 12 years ahead, you get basically 29 lakh plus. So what do you think, guys? Is it underestimated, it is overestimated, or it's just fine? What are your thoughts on this? You can write whatever you feel on the question answer chat. Yeah, so I can see a lot of answer, and I can see a lot of answers, and people say that Venkatesh says that yes, it is underestimated, or Praveen says that it's mid-range. Yeah, so and Spardha says that seems fine. So in my opinion, guys, yes, absolutely. This is, in my opinion, this is somehow underestimated. Now, why I would say this is underestimated is, uh, I think right now, when you join the analytics industry and you start working on data science, 5 lakhs is almost the minimum thing what you get. Okay, and let me talk you about this particular window where it says that 4 to 6 years is earning 8 lakhs. Let me tell you that I know some people who are almost 6 years of experience, and they are already working, and they're already getting more than 25 lakhs per annum. So you can just imagine that the amount of people who are getting high paid, and the amount which they are earning is very high. But again, I would like to mention here that this particular graph, like in 0 to 3 years is 5 lakhs, in 4 to 6 years is 8 lakhs and all. This completely depends on your effort and the amount of the effort and time which you put into data science. It's not like you can take any particular course for 2 months or 3 months, and then whenever you come it out and you can just get, okay, because I have taken this course and I am from 0 to 3 years experience, I will take like 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs or something. No, I am very honest about it, and it just depends on your amount of effort and your dedication. If you are dedicated enough, if you have put sufficient amount of effort, definitely this will be the lower limit for you, and you can go even higher than this. But if you do not put the required amount of dedication, if you do not put sufficient amount of effort, and if you are not interested into this domain, if you are not I mean, keep yourself open for learning, I mean, this will be not achievable for you. So let me be very frank here. If you put some sufficient amount of effort, if you learn things properly, definitely even this is a lower amount for you. You can go even beyond this. So again, there are different job titles with which you can see that there are openings in the industry. So somewhere you would see that, okay, there is some opening with the data analyst post. You'll see business analyst post, financial analyst. Somewhere you will see pricing analyst, clinical analyst, and all. So if many people ask me that what is the basic difference between all these taggings, so I say that, okay, this is just the domain which is different for all these guys, but overall the type of job they are doing is they are doing nothing but they are analyzing the data. For example, if I take the clinical analyst, so a clinical analyst is someone who works on the data related to pharmaceutical industry or related to health industry. For example, if there is a person who is working into a pharmaceutical company and want to develop a vaccine for coronavirus, so he will be taking the data of how many people were vaccinated, how many people were not vaccinated, what were their age, did they have the BP, what was the blood sugar, what was the blood pressure, and after exposure to coronavirus, what was their BP, what was their sugar, was there any fever. So this kind of data will be there, and all related to this data they will do some analysis. So if you do the analysis with the health data or the clinical data or the pharmaceutical data, you are a clinical analyst. If you work with the retail or sales data, for example, you are working with a big bazaar, or you have all the sales data for big bazaar, or maybe more mega store, then basically you are a retail sales analyst, where you are taking the retail sales data and you are analyzing it to maximize the profit of the company. Fraud analyst is someone who is working with a credit card company, and he basically tries to analyze the credit card transaction data and tries to bifurcate whether this transaction was a fraud or not. Okay, so you can take the credit card transaction data and you can analyze, and then you can say, okay, this is a fraud transaction, this is a non-fraud transaction. So those are called the fraud analyst. Now, website analyst. Website analyst is the person who takes a lot of data, who does web scraping, like he can take the data from 10 different Wikipedia pages, and then he can do some analysis or summarize the data, and then he can come up with some beautiful insights. So that kind of job is called website analyst. Supply chain analyst is the person who works with the data related to supply chain management. Pricing analyst is a person who basically does some analysis and decides the price of a new product which is being launched into the market. So this is how, guys, everybody is working into different domain, and what thing is common to everybody is everybody is working on some kind of data. The data may be related to different domains, different businesses, but everybody is working on data, doing analysis, and they want to make some profit to their organization. So the names are different because the domain is different, but the overall work they do is almost same. As I said, guys, that there is no organization, there is no bank on the planet, even in Indian bank or US bank, they can survive without analytics and all. So there cannot be any bank, there cannot be any single insurance industry which can, in today's world, they can survive without analytics. So that cannot happen. So let me tell you that Facebook, be it Amazon.com, be it Flipkart.com, be it any bank, be it Indian bank like State Bank of India, Union Bank of India, or be it an international bank like Citibank or HSBC or any bank, they cannot survive with analyzing the data in today's world. So if I talk about insurance companies, so Allstate is one of the biggest insurance companies in US, and it has almost possible saving of 40 million from claim prediction. Now, what is a claim prediction? So claim prediction is basically, suppose you have 1 million customer who is having insurance policy with you. Now, how do you decide their premium? As I gave you the example. So what I do is basically I predict that how much amount of losses or claims will you bring to my company. So suppose I give you a car insurance. So basically I try to predict that how many car accidents you will do, how much loss you will make to your car, and then you will come to me, how much amount I have to spend on settling down your claims. So basically I will take that amount, I'll predict that amount, that how risky you are, and after that I will add some my benefit, I will also add my fixed cost, variable cost, and then I will decide your premium. So you can see that Allstate is saving almost $40 million. $40 million is a huge amount, guys. So they are saving only, only with a basic claims prediction analysis project, they are saving $40 million. And this is the reason, guys, I was saying that there cannot be any insurance industry who can survive without analytics, because you are making so much money out of analytics. You are saving so much money out of analytics. So that is the reason everybody is involved, and then everybody wants to use that data and analytics. So let it be Facebook, let it be Amazon, let it be insurance company, everybody is using analytics. Again, as I said, that banking and insurance, like Bank of India to Citibank to Axis Bank, from telecom industry to e-commerce industry to retail industry to FMCG to pharma, everybody, you can see the big names here. Everybody is using the data to know the future, what will happen, to target their customer, to sell their product. Everybody is using analytics and data science. So there are a lot of different definition and bookish definition about the analytics. So for example, this Eric Siegel says that data is not gold. The information which you pull out from the data is gold. And how do you pull out the information from the data? And that is basically on the basis of with the help of analytical tools. So that is the reason, guys. Basically, you need the analytics. So you have large amount of data, but to pull insights from that raw data, you need to know what is analytics. You need to apply some analytical algorithm on that. So there are very basic definitions of very bookish definition of analytics, that analytics allows you to make predictive analytics instead of reacting to the changes. That means you want to know what will happen in the future. Analytics enables to do you that. Basically to predict the future, what will happen in the future, and it will makes you future ready, so that you understand that, okay, this thing is going to happen in the future. Now let's build our strategies such that we are able to tackle them. So there are a lot of different definitions which are basically you can give on analytics. But how I decide analytics is like this way, where I basically segment analytics into 4 basic questions. What is analytics? Somebody asked me what is analytics. So I tell them that, okay, analytics is nothing but answering 4 basic questions about a business problem. Now, let me give you an example. Suppose you are working as a business analyst or a data scientist with Amazon.com. Now, I'm your vice president, and have you seen that Amazon launches this 4 days of in big billion day sale or big Independence Day sale? There will be 4 days of complete sale, and in reply to that, even Flipkart will launch some on the same date. It will launch 4 days of sale, and there will be a competition going on between Flipkart and Amazon. And after this 4 days of sales is over, there will be some analysis done, and newspaper will be coming out. Okay, Amazon sold $200 million and Flipkart sold $50 million. So Amazon is the winner, and so on. So let's take an example of that big billion day sale. Suppose you are working with Amazon.com and I am your vice president. And so what do you think, guys? All the offers which Amazon rolls out on a particular product, on all the products, is it random, or do you think there is some strategy behind that? There is definitely some strategy behind that. So suppose that 4 days of sales is over, and you are one of the data scientists working for Amazon.com, and I am the vice president of your team. So as soon as the 4 days of sales is over, I'll come to my team and I'll ask one simple question, guys, what happened? Now, how will you answer my question, what happened? Basically, what will you do is you will filter out 4 days of specific 4 days of data. You will pull out the 4 days of data. You will try out, and you will create maybe a dashboard, a Excel report, or a PPT, and that might you might create a chart where we will say, okay, this is our total revenue. This is the total sales which we did in last 4 days. This is the domain-wise sales, like home and kitchen. We sold this much item. This was revenue in electronics domain. This is the maybe in kitchen. This is the in grocery items. So domain-wise electronics, mobile and computers. Then of home and fashion. So category-wise sales, you would create a graph. Then you will create a comparison of day by day sales, like on 14th April, this was the sale. On 15th April, this was the total amount sale. Then you will do an analysis of maybe day wise and category wise sale. Then what you can do is you can compare your this year's sale with last 4 year sales category wise. For example, this is the mobile sale, the amount of revenue from the mobile category, mobile and cell phones, so that you can compare with all last 4-5 years of sales. So this kind of analysis you'll do, you'll create a PPT and you share with me. So answering this particular question, what happened? So what did you do? You created some dashboard where you created all the reports. This kind of analytics is called descriptive analytics. Now, as soon as you share that report with me being the VP, vice president, I will see on the report, and suppose that I saw that, okay, in mobile phone category, the sales was very bad, very low sales we did. So my next question will be, why did it happen? Okay, why did the sales in the mobile and cell phone category was very low? Now, to answer that question, what will you do? You will list down all the possible regions that, okay, I think you were selling the older versions of the phone. Flipkart was selling iPhone 11 and you were selling iPhone 9. Maybe your offers were not as good as Flipkart. Maybe your offers were not being applied at the time when the customer was trying to purchase. Maybe your website got hanged at the time of sale. Maybe the offers were not being applied, there was some technical issue and all. So this kind of all the possible reasons, you will list it down, then you will pull out data to validate your reason, and then you will come out with the highest valid reason. So that is called diagnostic analytics. Okay, now as soon as you share those results with me, I'm the vice president, and next thing I will ask, okay guys, I understand why there was a low down, there was a low sales in cell phone category. Now the third thing I will ask you, what will happen in future? How will we predict? Can you forecast that what will be the sales of mobile category in next year? This is the most difficult question to answer because you are trying to predict the future. Guys, the first two questions, descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics, was very easy to answer. The predictive analytics is very difficult to answer. And believe me, this has the most customer value. If you do this correctly, your customer will be very happy because you are predicting the future. If you do it correctly, it will add more and more value to your customer. Your customer will be more happy with this. So that is the reason predictive analytics is the most complex and most difficult thing to do and most interesting thing to do. So what will you do? You will apply some machine learning or deep learning algorithm, and then you will try to forecast that, okay, I think in next 4 years also, you are gonna make big losses into this particular category. So answering this question with the help of some algorithms is called predictive analytics. And this is the thing which you will learn at EduPristine in this particular course, predictive analytics. Now, if you give me the forecast that, okay, in next 4 years also, you are going to make some losses, you are going to make, you are not going to make profit, then I will ask you, okay, what do you think? What do you prescribe me? How can I change this? How can I make more profit into this? How can I avoid my fraud? So on the basis of my previous analysis, I would say that, okay, start selling some new versions of the phone like iPhone 11, and maybe focus on the brand ambassador. You should rather take Amitabh Bachchan instead of Amir Khan, or rather you should improve your website performance. Your website should be more easy. You should roll out more exciting offers and all. So all those prescription you make to your client, to with which he can grow and with which he can earn money. So that kind of analytics is called prescriptive analytics. It is the same as a doctor prescribes a medicine to its patient to improve his health. Same way, you make some predictions to your customer to improve his, either maximize his profit or minimize his loss. Again, guys, some people were asking that, okay, this is my profile, this is my profile. Do I shoot, or what should be an analyst? Who can be an analyst? Who can do the business analyst thing or data science thing? So let me tell you that business analyst is nothing but it's an amalgamation of 3 skills: hacking skills, that means programming skills. This should not be hacking skills, but this is basically computer programming. So a data scientist is basically a person who knows 3 things. He knows programming, he knows basic of statistics, not all statistics. Please mind here, please notice here that he does not need to be a statistician. He knows the basic of statistics. Same way, he's not a coder, he's not a programmer, he's not a software developer. He knows the basics of programming. Same way, substantive expertise is nothing but the domain knowledge. For example, if you are working for a bank, you should know that how a bank works, what are the products, how a bank earns money, how a bank loses money. So all those things you should know. That you can say business knowledge. So there are three things an analyst should know. First is programming basics, statistics basics, and business basics. Please note that a data scientist is a person who knows programming, but is not as good as a software engineer. Data scientist knows statistics, but he only knows the basics. He does not know, he should not know the depth of a statistics. He does not need not be a statistician. Same way, data scientist also knows the basics of the business principles. He should not be a businessman who knows each and everything about a business. So basically, he should have all these three skills inbuilt. So now, guys, I would tell you about EduPristine here. So EduPristine is one of the most reputed organizations who teaches you analytics and data science and predictive analytics. And it is a part of Atlam Global Education, and which we have basically 145 locations over the globe, over the world. 9 institutions are part of that. And we have almost 142,000 degree seeking students all over the world. And Atlam basically global education covers the education institute like Chamberlain University and American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, Carrington College, Atlam Education to Brazil, Ross University of Medicine, Ross University of Veterinary Medicine, EduPristine. All these are the daughter companies of one parent company, which is Atlam Global Education. And we not only basically provide teachings and training into analytics, but we are involved into a lot of different domains. And if you see that the faculty and industry experts who are involved are very highly experienced. They have almost 15-16 years of experience into strategical architecture of different analytical solutions. Some of them are post-graduated from IIT Bombay. Some of them are very highly experienced into data science, machine learning, and artificial industry. And in each class, when you take a class, basically you give a feedback, and it's not like we choose the trainers on the basis of their profile. It is you who will be choosing them. It will be you who will be providing the feedbacks in each class. And if the feedback is not up to the date, they will not be coming to teach you. So on an average, the student feedback which of our teachers and ratings is 4.59 out of 5, which is very high. EduPristine course guidance support covers a lot of things, like in 24 hours business hours, you have the support where you can write queries and questions during the course. If you take, you can write queries and questions, and within 24 hours you will get a reply. You also have learning management system where you can get a lot of different material, video lectures and study material you have, where you have recorded lectures and you can get access to that. You will be getting frequent seminars and webinars where you will be knowing about new algorithms, new techniques, new industry trends, everything. So we just not you train you all on analytics and data science, but we also train you on soft skills. So the last few classes will be on soft skills, and soft skill is a very important thing for a data analyst, because whatever you do, you need to present it to your client, and you need to present him. You need good communication skill. You need good writing skills and all. So that is also very important, and that also EduPristine covers by giving you soft skill training as well, where there will be impact on basically your overall personality, your communication, and everything. Regarding placement services, we have a separate cell for placement, so they will give you more details about this. So you can get in touch with the EduPristine team. They will help you on this, that they have the 100% support throughout the program for this thing. For more details, you can get into touch with the EduPristine placement committee or the placement team. There are a lot of good students and a lot of people who are already studying at different and working at different organizations, and they write very good things about us. So let me tell you now the details of the program, the details of the thing which we teach here. So guys, as I said, that this is a whole course. This is a complete course which you will be getting here. So data science requires basically three things: business knowledge, statistics knowledge, and a programming language. And right now, the two main programming languages which is dominating the market is R and Python. And the best thing about this course is that we start with R and then we also end with Python. So we cover both the programming languages in this particular course. And also, if you see that we start with introduction of analytics and Excel. So Excel is very basic thing. So we start from the basics, then we learn the programming language R. Then we start and cover the statistics basics, and we cover the statistics in details. Then we start with the algorithms in data science, which I talked about. With the help of these algorithms, linear regression, logistic regression, time series modeling, you can do the predictive business analytics, which I was talking about a few minutes ago. You can take the data and you can predict the future with the help of all these algorithms, which I have mentioned here. And also you can see that we also teach you Python, so that we leave no stone unturned in your progress. So we'll start with R because R is more easy to learn for person who do not have programming background. R is very simple, very easy to learn, and it's almost like speaking English. So, and then we end with Python. We also have case study where you will be solving a business case from end to end. So there you will get some business knowledge about a particular domain. And in soft skill training, you will get interpersonal communication, presentation skill, email and virtual communication, assertive communication, and interview skills. Everything will cover here. And almost 84 hours of classroom training, 37 hours of self-study, 7 hours online, and 18 hours of soft skill training would be there, which will make you a perfect person. We also offer you two certificates. One will be certificate of excellence and one will be certificate of participation. For example, if you are having 75% of attendance and you have submitted all the assignments, you will get a certificate of participation. And but apart from this, if you also work on the final case study project and you score at least 60% in the end term project, then you will get a certificate of excellence from EduPristine. So program highlights, as I said, that there are a lot of different things you will get, like classroom training, unlimited download accesses of the resources, doubt solving, study notes, lab practical, and the certificates. Everything you will go. And you will also learn about analytics tool like R, Python, and Excel. So these are the details, guys. And for batch timings, upcoming batch timings. So this is not updated, guys. This is not actually updated. So maybe you can go into the details and ask about the batch timing. When is the batch starting? You can go and you can contact these people. You can just take the snapshot of the numbers here, which has been mentioned here, and then you can contact them, and then you can get into the details of when the batch is starting and when what are the structure of the fees and everything. So you can get into details from here. So guys, I think this is all about the details of the course structure. Now I'll try to take the question answer and I'll try to answer whatever your doubt here. So let me start with the some question and I'll try to answer all your questions here. So Maheshwar Bera asks what study we need to become data scientist. So Maheshwar, as I said, that there are three things: statistics basics, not advanced, statistics basics, programming, one programming language like R and Python, but you don't need to be a software developer, but a very easy programming language you can take, which is very specific to data science. And another thing is the domain knowledge or business knowledge about any particular domain like banking, finance, e-commerce. So these are the things which you need to study. Pintu Bhattacharya asks that if you are the graduate and diploma in MBA, then I think it is fine. Yes, definitely. If you are an MBA, or then again it again is a fine course with you, because in MBA you have the basics of business, you have basics of statistics you already study, and you also know the basics of Excel and other tools. You just need to make brush up your knowledge, and you also need to learn some new algorithms like linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree and all. So obviously this will be a good course for you. So Praveen asked that, okay, what are the prerequisites to take this course? So prerequisites to take this course is nothing. You should have a basic understanding of some mathematics, and you should have some basic understanding of uh, of basic statistics like mean, median, mode and all. So there is no particular prerequisite, but if you have some basic knowledge of statistics and basic knowledge of mathematics, that would be great. Uh, Siddhant is saying that, hello, sir, I'm already working with TCS. How do I make the switch between technology while working to the same organization? So Siddhant, there in TCS, you have the facility of getting internal job posting. So in internal job posting, what you can do is first you learn analytics, first you learn data science, you grab a degree, and then you go to your maybe RMG and you start apply within the organization that, okay, I have learned data science, I want an opportunity within the organization. You have the IJP process, internal job postings, where there will be a lot of jobs will be posted. You can see them and you can apply them. Nitin Paul says that I'm into AWS architect. So can I pick up data science along with it? Definitely, you can do that. I think you must be a BTech or an engineer. So it can be, yes, definitely you can pick up this data science course with you again, parallelly. Pintu says, how many days per week duration of course? So basic qualification, practical hours and theory class. So it will be almost 3 hours to 4 hours on Saturday and Sunday only. It won't be in weekdays. It will be on weekends only, 3 hours to 4 hours. And it will go almost 2 months. So for 2 months, you have to study on weekends for 3 to 4 hours. And then somebody asked that, okay, will all the session in this course for this year be online? Yes, all the sessions will be online this course. Mugdha Nayak says that I am software tester. Is data science useful to me? Definitely, Mugdha, data science is going to be useful for you. In fact, machine learning is already introduced into software testing. So anyways, you will have to study data science and machine learning to apply all those techniques in software testing as well. And even if you want to come out of those techniques, those domain, then also data science can be useful for you. Somebody asked that, okay, I am MSc biotechnologist. We are studying R programming in our class. Is that enough? So see, R programming is again very good thing to learn. So you are learning R, that is a very great thing. But I'm not very sure till what extent you are learning. But even if you are getting the basics, I think that is fine. Dr. Asutosh Shukla says, what is the prospect of data science in educational marketing? So yes, in educational marketing also data science can be done. For example, you can take the data, you can take the profile of all the students, and then you can make a prediction that, okay, and you can make a prediction about the inclination of each student, that, okay, for which particular course this student might be inclined, and then you can target the student, or you can go to the student and offer the exact same course. Praveen Gaikwad says that I'm a senior business development manager, marketing into paramedical from last 4 years. However, I was with Swiss Bank and Wipro for 10 years. Now I want to shift back into banking and ITS. How will this help me? Definitely. So in banking and ITS industry, data science is becoming popular day by day. And as I said, there cannot be any bank who can survive without data science. So you can learn data science and then you can start applying into specific banks. Will the course include the model deployment? Yeah, definitely, Venkatesh. So model deployment is basically nothing but you take the model and you deploy it on a server, Linux server. So there won't be any particular session where we will be teaching you about the model deployment, because model deployment is something which the IT team does, but the trainer can guide you separately on model deployment also, because I'm the person who trains generally. So I generally guide my students on different questions also. So if somebody is interested in model deployment, I might guide him with the model deployment process. But in the course, there is no formal content on that. Dr. Asuto says that, is there any installment criteria or free payment? So for that you need to contact the EduPristine admin team. So Sabyasachi says that, is there opportunity of a person whose job is being affected by the COVID-19? The big organizations like TCS, Infosys give value to the candidate by learning the course. Definitely, Sabyasachi, I know that there are people, a lot of people whose job has been affected by COVID-19. And Sabyasachi, let me tell you that if you are dedicated enough, if you will put sufficient amount of effort, definitely data science, learning data science will help you. It might be the case that it might not help you immediately, but in longer term, it will definitely help you. Spardha Sharma says that currently I'm working as a SDET and already studying Python and machine learning by myself. All these classes add to my knowledge. Yes, definitely, it will add to your knowledge. And it's really good that you are learning Python and machine learning. Somebody asked that if I want to start with data analytics, what are the programming languages that I need to learn? Are SQL and Python helpful? Definitely. You should do at least one programming language. So even if you do Python, that is more than sufficient. If you do SQL and Python both, that will be an added benefit, but at least one programming language, that can be R or Python, that can be helpful. Venkatesh says that, how important is deep learning in industry right now? Definitely deep learning is the future here. And if you want to learn deep learning, so if you want to work on deep learning, definitely the first step is the data science, and then machine learning, and then deep learning. You should not directly start with deep learning, but of course, deep learning is the future. Nabandita Das says that I'm confused. I hear SQL is obsolete. Please correct me. So see, SQL is not obsolete. There are few organizations who still use SQL. SQL is a very simple language, and it can be learned very easily. But it's not obsolete. But definitely Python has overtaken all the R, and Python has overtaken all the languages. So if you learn Python, it will be great. But no, SQL is an added benefit. It has not been obsolete. And whatever you can do in SQL, you can already do in Python. So don't worry about that. If you learn Python or R, you can do everything you can learn in SQL. So Venkatesh is again asking, like, how important is deep learning industry right now? So Venkatesh, as I said, deep learning is very important. Deep learning is the future. Deep learning and machine learning is the future for the industry. But for going to this particular stage, you need to have the knowledge of data science first. Then you can go for the deep learning thing. Is there any other questions, guys, which you want to ask me? So Rishikesh says that, thank you for a wonderful and informative session. It helped me understand better. Thank you, Rishikesh. Thank you for your kind words. Dr. Asutosh says, thank you for your guidance. Will I get the e-certificate for this session? So for that, you need to get into touch with the EduPristine department, and they will guide you whether you will get a e-certificate for this. So guys, this is all about today's session. Thank you very much for listening to me for almost 1 hour, more than 1 hour. these are the numbers which you can note down. In case of any query, you need to get in touch with this person. So thank you very much again. And I tried to answer all the questions which you had. So thank you very much, guys, for coming. Thank you very much for attending this session. And you are really a very good crowd. And there were very good questions. So I'm really happy that I was part of this webinar. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye. Take care.